Today, B'ezrat Hashem, we continue. We'll continue. We did yesterday. Oh.
What do you think I came for early?
It's good. It's good. Now you listen to that. All the reason, according to Sam Mikele, the reason why we had the Chol Beis Hamikdash, because in the Midah Metinus, they had no patience. Now, not the word is patience. The right word is not the opposite is to jump and to do immediately. Opposite of that. And the right word is not patience. Is really to hold yourself. Hold yourself before you. Don't jump the gun. Don't do it before the action. Stop yourself, and before the action, before you do the action, stop yourself, and before the action, wait. Do we have before and think what you're doing. Liberate it, and before you do action, basically you do that. So this is a very important this lesson. Because in our generation today, all the fast food, everything is immediately now, this moment, this basically is part of the result of the temple destroyed. You need now, this moment, immediately, able to stop a second and think what is the right thing to do. And see the big picture and have patience, have Matinus wait to the right thing what to do. So, when a moment a person decides how he wants to, how you basically, the way a person wants to go, they take it. So let's start the piece. Mama, we start on the piece from the beginning. Mama b'derech shadom roitze leilech molichem. The way a person goes, they take it. Yeah.
Famous.
Huh?
Famous.
Now. Not talking about more Marcus and the Marshal there. Not talking about that. I'm not talking about the Yeshiva's Chil. I'm talking about what he says. Pasha Shlach Kosav Ibn Ezra. Hashem says, go up and conquer the land. So I saw, I didn't see yesterday, but today I saw, the Mephosh is Ale Veresh, and before here, Bili Milchoma. Without a war, not like we said yesterday. Without a war. Mashma. Like it says, Kum Reish B'Kir Navos. It means, we'll come to Eretz Yisrael without a war b'chlal. So this is, Am Yisrael says, go, Hashem says,
that's what Hashem said.
Hashem said, you come to Eretz Yisrael, you will get Eretz Yisrael without no war. Ve'em omru, and they said, Am Yisrael said, Nishloch Anoshi, we send people. Omar Kadosh Baruch Hu Shlach send. Ve'ina meraglim, ina meraglim tatoma Ramban. The Ramban has a question by the meraglim. Ma pishom, alo gam Moshe Rabbeinu gam Yeshua shochu leragel. Ma choem chotu. What is the pesha? What is the sin of the Jewish people send the meraglim? Our own leaders, Moshe Rabbeinu, Yeshua himself said meraglim. So what is the problem? The Am Yisrael said, let's send meraglim. This is the first question. Who asked this question? The Ramban. The Ramban asked this question. Ramban. We have another question. Moshe Rabbeinu had a student named Yoshua. And he davened for Yeshua that he won't be influenced from the Meraglim. Yesh litmoa. על מוישה יספלל על יהושע שלא יפתה בעצות שלו, that he won't be influenced from the Meraglim, from the advice of the Meraglim. וגם כלב Ishtater b'kiva ovis. Also, Kolev, he went to the Ovis HaKdoshim, and he davened. Nispalel. This is the question. If he knew that have a bad, they will go and fall down and a bad influence, so why send them? These are two questions. Another third question. Gam Moksha, another question. Eich ola das Moshe Rabbeinu. How can come out to the das of Moshe Rabbeinu, Sheshua Metamidoi, Yeshua student, Shlemash Bitoch Oed, that Yeshua did not leave the Beis Medrash all his life. It pated over he will be influenced from the Meraglim. Yeshua is the one that never left the Beis Medrash. He can be influenced from the Meraglim. And Aniya Lev Klal, they're able to help and change the heart of the Jewish people, not to come to Israel, Bishul Kova Medume, for a little bit Kova Haitoma, that can be. How can be Yeshua sits alone Torah? All day and night can be influenced in the Meraglim, and not only that, they convince all the Jewish people for a little bit covet, a little bit respect for covet, to change all the Jewish people, and to get them not to come to Israel. How this can be? How this can be a tzaddik that Moshe? Imagine you talking about Chafetz Chaim. Imagine you tell Chafetz Chaim affected, Kivegel. Going to Vilna can be affected. Don't even more than that. How this can be? Talking about people Kodesh Elyon, the day and night learning holiest people that can be. How they can be? They can do that and change that way. Hayitoma, that can be. This is the question. Omnam, now it tells you the big foundation. Omnam. Ika Dvorim, Hem Hoyu Otzim Bedover Verosu Tchila B'mihirus. They are running in the thing and they did it quick. That is the problem. Okay, like in them, but think what I could have Shashi Buvuvio. Hoyol Amti, not a wait, patience, not right patience, to wait. Al Moshe Rabbeinu in Itztarech Uishtach. If he wants, he was sent. Umenire Mizar Mefaran. They're afraid. Al Kochor Amigos from the got scared. It got them to do quicker. If it's only to do what they had to do, like Rotzon Hashem, כך, כלכל מחומוס, שכינה כל כך מאובין אם נזדי כרר אורץ.
Haste. The word is haste.
Haste is what? Skin.
Haste.
Haste.
Going too fast.
Too quick now. This is the problem.
As it says, haste makes waste.
Now listen very careful. Very, very careful. This is one of the big, this atomic bomb problem in a person. It blew up Am Yisrael, and we blew up the temple. We got all the churban for that midah of called is what?
Haste.
Quick
Haste.
and not waiting. You blew up everything. They blew up everything. You see soon, it blew up everything. For what? You do something quick, fast, quick, and not stopping yourself and have patience. That blew up everything.
Consideration.
Thinking about it, consideration. And that midah destroyed, that midah, they got the temple destroyed. And I heard from one of the biggest psychiatrists, he says that also destroys marriages today. People get divorced only from that point. Today, in our world today, in our world, Tafshin Ayin Tes, our world today, people get divorced, people get troubles in business, all the problems. They do before stopping thinking.
Not deliberating.
Without deliberating. And the people suffer, and they suffer, they blow up their life. They blow up their life. David, they blow up their life. Opportunities of life comes in front of them, and they blow up. Let's talk about it again. Let's talk about that midah second. Metinus. Write that word. Write that in the word in Hebrew. Metinus. Write that the word. Metinus. Metinus. Write it down.
Where is it?
It says it doesn't. It says la'amtin. Where's la'amtin? Is in Hebrew. It's called metinus.
So you have to start.
Mem, taf, nun, yud, vav, taf. Waiting, patience, and that is not savlonus. It's not patience. It's not called patience. It's called stopping before you do something.
Stopping and thinking, not just stopping.
Stopping thinking.
You
And
have
then
to
you do.
say that. You couldn't say stopping.
Stop and think before you do something. Opposite of doing is called persivu, to be persivu.
Perseverance.
No, persivu means
The,
immediately you do something. Impulsive.
impulsive.
This is very, very important. The temple got destroyed because impulsive. Not stopping, thinking, and then do what you have to do. People lose families, destroyed children, grandchildren, destroyed problems. We lost the temple. What is this? The beginning, because we blew up everything, we're impulsive. When it stopped and think. So now we're standing before Tisha B'Av. You have to make a decision, David. David, if they make a decision, David, not to be impulsive. Stop and think before you do something. This is for Tisha B'Av. This is the deepest of the midah. You talk about a Mussar Shiur. This is a work, life work. You have a David? You have a page, David? Someone says to me it's easy here to do it. Someone said to me it's easy to do, to work on impulsive. You don't understand. This is work. This is not physical. You have to work, somebody kind of says, I walk slowly like this, and I'm not impulsive. No, it's in the head. It's in the ideas of a person. And a person's is in his mind, and a person's emotions he has to work on, and not to be impulsive. They have the right metinus. The right English, I call the right word is what? You said before, David.
Deliberation.
Deliberate.
This fancy word, but that's a pretty simple word. It's okay.
Deliberate what?
Deliberate, that's what.
Deliberate.
Prudence, that's something else.
I don't know, is that, they use that word for, prick and vote. Deliberate and judgment.
Deliberate, start thinking like that. Training our mind. If I continue next piece, I continue, not that I want to say. We have to make a decision. What do you find the right word?
Deliberate, it's fine.
They make a decision.
Here you go.
Training yourself. Be deliberate. Is Metinus, you're running for a bus. and you think the bus will lose in 2 minutes, don't lose your mind. Don't lose your mind. It's in the head. It's emotional. And then, man, I lose that. What happened? You know, you lose the sound. You know. So this is stop a second, think a second. Hashem runs the world. Hashem can give everything He does, and not depend only on this. And even if I need it, Hashem can give other things. You know, but you don't. You have stop. You stop and think a second. But don't give all your emotions and feeling for the actions you're doing, and you don't have the thinking and misboinen to see the big picture. Have etinus, have patience, and the word patience, like, I want the word is called metinus, is, I don't know the right concept.
What's the word you're going to spell?
I don't know in English. Metinus.
They simply tell you
Deliberate. So you have to deliberate your
it means you go through your mind, you stop, you think.
Stop and think.
What's wanted to do?
okay. So this is the achana for Tisha B'Av. This is the achana for Tisha B'Av. So it looks like you're not working on crying and everything. Yeah, we have to work on the midos, on the shoresh, and the shmutz of the midah. See, everybody says you have to work on sinas chinam. You have to work on, you have to work on lashon hara. You have to work on a lot of things. I agree with you. You have to work on that. But we are working on the foundation, on the roots of foundation of midos. Not lashon hara is the action. We have to working on the roots of the midah.
Discretion.
Is what?
Discretion.
This what?
Restraint. Discretion. Using discretion. What?
Deliberate, that's the old word that they always use.
No, that's,
I have to get to that. We said the point is what he says there.
Judgment. Discretion. Someone acts
What?
fast.
Moderation.
Moderation.
Prudence. Restraint.
Prudence.
Patience.
Prudence.
And patience, a little bit like patience.
Patience is more than that.
But I'm saying here the
Patience
foundation.
is more.
We're learning here a big patience. Stop and think. Don't jump the gun before the situation comes. This is across the temple. This is very important. This is you training yourself. You want to be educated. You want to build a family. You want to build a family of Torah. Yirat Shamayim. Be a big Torah. Stop and think before you do action.
Rosh Yeshiva's father, think before you speak.
Think before you think. But here we're training of stopping yourself. Don't run. You're running to your emotions wants to run. Your emotion gets you fear, so you want that fear gets you to run. You want to do. And that, stop a second. Have patience. Wait. Have it wait till you get the right thing what to do. We say this, the first thing the Pirkei says. And metuning badin. Have patience. Metuning is delivered and law and learning Gemara. Learning judgment. Not the jump. It says in Chazan and Shoftim, it says on one stone they killed 60 people, something like that. No patience. So it says in Chazan that no patience. The judge in a moment, and they killed 60 people in one moment. For one moment. And, you see something, your mind goes, it blows up, you do that. So, and we have to work on educating people, be Tamid Chachamim, David. So not to be impulsive, to stop us out. And this is Achana for Tisha B'Av. This is you're learning in this base Spanish. This is the Achana for Tisha B'Av. What you have to be, not to be impulsive, to stop and think and controlling yourself, and then you do something. And then think, and then you do the right thing. Not baby. It's not.
Like I wanted to quit my job.
It's not baby. It's not baby stuff. It's not baby stuff. A baby thing, crying to the temple. So you go and you cry, you feel after a few minutes, and your emotions go away, and you forgot about the problem. You hear me? It's not the point. You have to go to the roots of the thing. What is the root? Stop. Think before you do something, and think, and then do the right thing. What is the right thing you have to do? You have to do, but not to be impulsive, and that causes the temper. That will destroy everything. Destroyed for that impulsive and thing. In our generation, we have very big problem with impulsive today. Most of the children today, you look today in education today, most of the children are impulsive today. Impulsive. A voice of the kids. Not everybody. But most of the kids today impulsive. Because the parents impulsive, made the children get that way. So you have to work on das, and this das. Stop. Okay, we talk about it as a subject of that. But we must work on that midah of what? Stopping and not to run. Yeah, you want to do something, you know. In Kelem, they had to work on that midah. But they used to have in Yeshiva getting mail. Mail, you know, it's mail. And people stay in Yeshiva for 2 years, 3 years. And parents used to send mail to the children. Parents used to send mail, some money inside. They waited. So, and Kelem had a custom. You don't open the mail till another 1 day. 2 days you wait. To stop. Your emotions and you jump to open the mail, stop. Stop yourself. Wait another day.
Wait to open up an email?
Oh, wait a minute.
Email from a guy you want to do business with?
Yes, wait.
Just wait. Let it happen.
Wait. Stopping cause you to think. The Saba Mikan did not talk to one. Only after 3 days he saw the person. Not to talk to everybody. People talk on the phone. The people call you on the phone. You talk. So you don't thinking when you're talking sometimes. You know, you're talking. You don't even think. Everyone's talking. You lost the contact of people and emotions and feeling before you talk to a person. And you know exactly what you're saying, the right thing, the right moment, the right situation. And this causes impulsive. You're not thinking before you talk. Your talk is cheap. What you talk is cheap. Paka. Exactly. But no. You have to control yourself, stop, and be devotive, and think about it, and before you talk, before you say, and then you say. Because all the destroying of the temple came from starting that way. A chiddush. I agree with you have to work on elder midos. Everybody. But here, you have to work on everything. But here's a midah you have to work on. Not to be impulsive. This is not baby stuff, this is very important. This is very important to work on it. One time, I went to, listen to Chiddush. One of the boys was in the hospital, in a heart place. And there I meet one of the Gdolei Torah, Rav Oyabach. I meet him. You hear this? I'm meeting him in the hospital. One time, one of the students in the Yeshiva, one of the students was in the hospital, and I met Rav Oyabach in the hospital. He was in the hospital at that time. When the Rabbi was in the hospital that time, so I jumped. Sharet Tzedek, and I visited him. Listen to this. I come to talk to Rabbi. He says to me, you know I came to the hospital? To learn matinus, to learn patience. Matinus. I said, yes. He says, your age? 70, 80 years old, you have to learn material. He says, yes. That age also. That age also. I came to the hospital. I came to that hospital to learn Metinus. This he said to me. I came to the hospital to learn Metinus. Here you have a bigger side. The temple, the foundation of the temple was destroyed because they jumped before they talked. Before they no, Avram Doiverbach, the brother of Shlomo. He's the he's the rabbi of Tveria today. Still alive. You can talk to him. So it looks like simple. Patient to have Metinus. But no. He said, I have to come to the hospital. Hashem made me sick to come to the hospital. For what? To learn that midah. This is what he told me. And you think he was not sick, he was very sick. He's like, I met him at 9 in the morning, he's like, can I even daven? 9 in the morning. It was very sick. 8, 9 o'clock, because you could daven. No, but he was not even very sick. But I came to learn Metinus patience, to learn that. So now, first level. So what's the point here? What is the point? Here we come to the yeshiva. Here we are yeshiva of chinuch. They're training ourselves. Mussar yeshiva. So here we want to train yourself the midah of what? Metinus, not the jump before the action. Before you do the, I want to do a minute. No. Stop yourself. Metinus, like Moshe Rabbeinu, we stopped ourselves. If you waited to Moshe Rabbeinu, or you want to ask a question to the rabbi, you push yourself before you ask a question, before the rabbi tells you what to do. You say your opinions before you say the rabbi to tell you to do. You know that problem? You come to the rabbi, you ask him a question, and you say the opinion to the rabbi before the rabbi tells you what to do. Wait till the rabbi tells you what to do. Have patience and hear what the rabbi says. And not your emotions. You want that, so your emotion pushes you to do what you want to do. And basically, you're not really listening to what the rabbi says. You want what the rabbi tells you what you want.
Stomach svara.
What? Stomach svara. You're not really waiting for the rabbi. You have no really patience. If really what das Torah is, it's opposite das Torah. When you impulsive, you do your das, not das Torah. But really, if your das Torah is patience, wait till the Moshe Rabbeinu says. Moshe Rabbeinu tell you to go to the war or not to go to the war. Hashem says, Ale Veresh, we'll go to the war we're going to win Am Yisrael without a war. So I have to go and check what's going on. Hashem promised us we'll get it. So you don't have to do that. Even you don't have to do all the shtadis what to do. Wait, and if you need it, wait till Moshe Rabbeinu to do it. It's already, you're forced to do it. So then you have to, if you only have to do what Hashem, if you have to do, Teva, you have to do it Teva, because Hashem tells you to go to Teva. But not you, because you want to do Konta Teva. This he says. If you want to do, if you have to do Teva, it's because you have to do that to Konta Teva. But not because I want to do Konta Teva, really. It's not really a Teva, it's really Hashem is running the world. It's not the big Kochemot. Don't say, I'm doing it. It's not, I have to do it. I have to win. It's me. It's not that way. So now this is basically because they had no patience, had bilbul adas. It's called. He says, "Tabi mebulbul." That they had no seichel. And that caused the pachad, and we also see is also caused. Okay, that's another step to work on that. But first, work on the first piece, on this idea, and then he takes even more than that. Hashem will help him. Make it a small decision to work on it. Small decision to work on what? Metinus. Small decision. Small decision. It's got to be